Hello, this is Anke for Golden Camera and have the pleasure to speak to Elle, the Great, about the Great. So let me practice my curtsy while
Oh yeah.
sitting. Yeah. How royal do you feel now that you've played Catherine the Great?
Whew, I feel pretty royal, I have to say. I do. Wearing those costumes alone, in our grand sets that were built. We shot in Caserta in Italy, in this giant castle that's like I forget exactly how big, but way bigger than Versailles. It's so grand and opulent, and so you can't help but feel that history and feel the royalty.
Could you ever imagine living with a person that is, oh man, which word should I use? Crazy, unstable, ruthless, selfish? I mean, or would you also try to kill him?
Oh, I mean, I
Or
think
her, I don't know, so.
true. I mean, I might think about it. I mean, that is what our show is about, completely. Peter the Third, who's played by Nicholas Hoult, so brilliantly. He plays him just spot on perfection. Um, he is a nasty character, isn't he? He does some
Nasty is a good one, yes.
He is. But then oddly, I think Nick made him charming somehow. And what I love their relationship, because Catherine at times kind of feels bad for him and wants to pity him and kind of loves him. So it's a very complicated marriage for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I have to constantly, should I hate Nicholas or Peter, or should I love him? I mean,
know.
I kind of feel you there. But speaking of, you have to shoot scenes where you have to have sex, once sometimes out of duty, and sometimes, since you were gifted a lover, out of pleasure and desire. Which scenes were actually harder for you to shoot, the duty sex scenes or the desire sex scenes?
Interesting. I love how sex is depicted on the show, especially with my character, because, like you said, there are such opposites here, and sex was a real important part of the real historical figure, Catherine the Great. She was notoriously loved sex and very free and open. So I wanted to show Catherine, obviously she's young, but you see her from her wedding night grow into her sexuality. And I have to say, not because I felt uncomfortable, I felt completely safe, but the scenes with Nick were so funny that we would have a hard time not just breaking and laughing. Like, some of the time I would just be biting down on a pillow, laughing so hard, like trying not to twitch to mess him up, because he would, be saying the most outrageous lines and of dialogue during those scenes. And so it was a bit bizarre.
I loved I have to, I can laugh because I'm the audience, so that's fine. But
exactly.
this is a modern tale about the past. Do you feel we can learn something about, emperors, dictators, leaders, feminists?
Certainly. I think there's so many modern themes that are threaded throughout, and it's completely relatable for audiences today. Of course, the show is fun and enjoyable and you're going to laugh, but it has real substance there. And of course talks about, feminism, because Catherine the Great, I believe, is one of the first true feminist icons. She's a woman who represents, kind of the first woman who took down the man and took him head on. And I think it also, of course, with Peter's character, talks about leaders of countries and kind of that oppression that they have, and the influence they have on countries. And he doesn't want to give, education, especially female education. He doesn't want for women. That's something that Catherine the Great brought. And I think when people aren't educated, it's easier to control them, which obviously is what Nick is Peter's doing in the show. And those are all modern themes, I would say.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty, and be well.
Thank you.
It must be an enormous responsibility and honor to lead a country of such import.
It's actually not that hard.
I'm happy to hear anyone's problems with me. Don't worry about the bodies.
I would like to be useful to Russia, to help its greatness.
You'll bear my heirs. There is no higher use.
Rabbit!
These sticks are to enhance your fertility, but I cannot work out whether we wave them over your womb or insert them into you.
I'm pretty sure it's a wave them situation. Together, we could create a greater Russia.
Well, I rule. You, sir.
Your bride is unhappy. You must clear the clouds.
We should find you a lover. Marvelous.